Yes, nice and decent people. I have one question tonight, and this question is, can we be great as the Jewish people? As far back as I can remember, I've always been impressed and fascinated by the Jewish people. The way that, although they have a relatively small population in New York and other places, I actually read something like worldwide they have 24 million Jews or something like that. Worldwide. But in spite of their small numbers, they dominate the world in almost every sector of life, in development, in progress, engineering, science, everything. Not to mention business. And so there's a man I was talking to a man today. This man spent a lot of time in England, and he was telling me about the different peoples that he met in England. And he told me that on one occasion he worked for a Jewish company, a Jewish family, who was in the glass business. Very successful people. So I was asking him, what are the things, what are the qualities, what are the attributes of the Jewish people that make them so successful in business? So he told me that the success of the people are mainly due to the way that they themselves cooperate among themselves. For example, they will help each other. They do not have to go to commercial banks and other places for loans. Businessmen would give loans to other Jewish businessmen. And if you were to go in the shop or in the business and say, for example, you do not have enough money or something like that, he told me. Whereas some other person would tell you, come back with all the money and you get the item. And some people would even be harsh. These people would give you the item. Once they make the whatever profit that they had in mind, they will negotiate with you. But the main thing is the unity that they have among themselves. The fact that they want to see each other succeed, they want to see each other excel. And there are other attributes that I have heard that the Jewish people have that make them stand out on the face of the earth. And I juxtapose that with the behavior of St. Lucians as it relates to helping other St. Lucians in business and in other endeavors. And I cannot categorically say that this is the general way that St. Lucians generally behave. But in a number of situations and cases that I have seen personally and heard of, there seems to be something among us where we are not too keen on helping other of our countrymen advance in life. We are not too keen on seeing to it. And in fact, I have seen cases where in this country, some people will block you if they can. They'll block your advancement in life, which is quite opposite to how the Jewish people will behave. And sometimes when you have a business, some people are so negative that the idea and the mentality is, if they were to support your business, you're going to get rich. So they will not support you for you to get rich. So I've actually experienced that. One time I had a shop in a certain place, and I actually heard somebody saying, they didn't say it for me to hear. They said that they're not going to buy from my shop because they will not help me to get rich. And I have heard this sentiment expressed towards a lot of people who are involved in business. People believe that if they were to buy something, even something that they need from you, that will prevent them, that will they will not buy it from you because they do not want you to get rich. So you see the mentality that we have, a mentality of our people as compared to the Jewish people. Whereas some people were telling me that even in New York, the Jewish people would support each other's businesses. They will support the business of each other. They will buy from each other. But here, some people will they just don't want you to get rich. They believe that if they were to purchase your items, they will get rich. You will get rich, so they will not buy from you. There is a there was a case where there is something that I was selling one time, and I deliberately had the thing the same price that you would find it in Castries in the main stores. So I did it that way so that people would see, you know, you can buy the thing at the same price as Castries, so it doesn't make sense to pay your passage to go to Castries and buy that item, whereas you can get it at the same price. But there's a lady I saw one time going away from the city to go and get that product. And I actually saw a vehicle almost destroy that lady, almost knock her down. Why? Because she doesn't want to see me eat. She believes that if she buys from me, I'm going to get rich. And I do not know if it is too late, because sometimes I believe that it is too late to save some people. But I just wish that we had in this country, especially with the limited resources that we have, I just wish that we had the mentality of the Jewish people. I just believe that if we were thinking and behaving like the Jews, in spite of the 248 square miles, we do not have petroleum here, at least I do not know of. We do not have a lot of the metals and the minerals that enrich other people. But if we were able to think and have the attitude of the Jewish people, we could have, in spite of our limitations and our have-nots, we could have advanced much better within the Caribbean basin and within the world. It is something that we have to think about. Can we adopt good practices, good behaviors, good mentalities, good ethics? Can we actually emulate some of the things and some of the behavioral patterns of the Jewish people who are doing so well despite their small population? It is something that we have to think about. Keep the fire burning.